Jake here with another blaster review, and this time taking a look at the Adventure Force Deuce Pro. Now, of course, this is made under the Adventure Force line, but it's actually produced by Dart Zone. For those of you not aware, Adventure Force is not an actual company themselves. It's a branding of products, not just blasters, but other products that are sold through Walmart exclusively. This is actually a Dart Zone product. As you'll see, it says powered by PTDZ on it. That's Primetime Dart Zone. And other Adventure Force blasters are also made by Busby or X-Shot. So keep that in mind. But going forward, this is a Dart Zone produced product and sold under the Adventure Force brand exclusively at Walmart or on Walmart's website. But the Deuce Pro, this is the first revolver under the new Adventure Force Pro line that now was, first brought out with the Aeon Pro and the Nexus, and has expanded greatly in the couple of years since then. Now, this is a very straightforward blaster. It is a 6-shot, spring-powered, top prime revolver that has a removable barrel extension. Now, I say that because you can operate it without it. This one is unlike Nerf barrel attachments. This is an actual barrel extension. It even has an O-ring seal so that when you put it in and lock it, it actually maintains a pretty good air seal and does indeed improve the performance. In actual real steel, longer barrel typically allows more propellant to propel the projectile faster, so the muzzle velocities are higher. This is much more like a real steel in concept, rather than like Nerf, where you throw on Nerf's barrel attachments and it actually causes more drag and ruins your performance. And that'll show when I get to the chronograph numbers. But going ahead to demonstrate it, and yes, it did have skips. That is what we're going to touch on right now before I go into anything else about the blaster. You heard it multiple times, dry fire. You actually seen me have to line up where that last dart was, and that is the glaring flaw with the blaster. Now, I'm not the first one to bring this up. This is just me with my own test. I don't check out most reviews ahead of my own, so even though this has been out for a while and the problem is known, this is me giving you my own personal experience with it. Now, what happens is, and this is prevalent, there are whatever issue inside, there are many times you're going to find it skip a dart. And you will hear it in the dry fire. It's clear as can be. And you have a warning. You do actually have a warning, because as this blaster, and you don't actually have to remove the cylinder to reload it. They do give you a loading port here. As this blaster loads the dart, you hear an actual little suction sound. And you can tell the dart loaded. But in stock form, with no ability to deprime it, you just have to dry fire it. But you can, of course, dry fire a sealed breech system by plugging the barrel. And it has a pretty good seal. So you can do that. That protects it, but when you're actually actively trying to hit a target, you don't want to have to be going, release the pressure here. And that's what you would have to do until you can actually mod it, open it up and mod it to be able to deprime it. You'd be like, oh, wait a minute, I heard that not load. And when you get outside and you're busy, you're running around and you're trying to actually participate in an actual game of Nerf, you're not going to catch that a lot of times. You're going to actually be thinking you've got something loaded, pull the trigger, oh, do it again, pull the trigger, again? You'll actually sit there and look at your blaster saying, what's going on here? And then you'll have to line it up and be like, okay, there's my dart. And be like, huh, gotta spin it around. You can hear the actual suction sound, and then, okay, ready to fire. So it has a glaring design flaw, which is such a shame because everything else about the blaster is so good. The grip, very nice. Ergonomics are great on this thing. The look, both with or without, kind of looks a little stubby, but it's solid. You know, it still looks pretty good. It's got a nice little included iron sight, if you want to call it that. The barrel attachment is genuinely good. It does serve a purpose. Now here's where the difference is. Mine, when put on the chronograph, I actually fired about 200 shots, both with and without the attachment. Came up with an average of 108.7 in the non-extended version. And I had 139.3 with the attachment on. So 108.7 and 139.3. So that's enough to go from, like, okay, playing with stock Nerf blasters to need a little more power. And that's in stock form. You're hitting up to 140 feet per second almost. And you're just under 110 here. So this is HVZ compliant. And then this is ready to take on most local games. And this could be your primary if you're okay with a 6-shot capacity. And it looks good. It genuinely does. This looks great. They include a lot of accessories. I mean, you get spare cylinders. They give you a spare cylinder holder. It holds 2 of them in it. You get 3 cylinders in total. So you can have this on your belt, ready to go. You get a drop leg holster, as well as a holder for your muzzle attachment. It's just such a good package, all coming in at under $40, that it just begs you to absolutely love it. And then it skips it skips 2 darts per cylinder almost all the time. I've had, like, out of all my shots, I've had maybe 5 or 6 cylinders actually fire correctly. And the sad thing is I still like it. It's one of those love-hate things. And I'm not trying to apologize for it. I love revolvers. And this has such a promising start until you start using it. And the more you use it, the more frustrated you get with it. The more you use it, the more you like it. And you end up in this absolute quandary of, I love the blaster, I hate the blaster. And that is where you're stuck. It's thankfully not too expensive, and I have not opened it up. Remember, I have an absolute policy. I don't open blasters until the review's done. I might do modding videos on them afterwards, sometime down the road. Knowing me, it's going to be a long time down the road, but at some point, I'll tear it down and see what's causing it. After I've got my review published, I'll look and see if anybody else has found solutions to it. And maybe, just maybe, it can be saved. But as is, I can't recommend it because it has a glaring flaw that I couldn't recommend a blaster that skips at least 1 dart to 2 darts per 6-shot cylinder. That's just too bad. I mean, you've seen it live. I'm not making that up. I can't make that up because every time you load a cylinder, it's going to skip a dart. At least. Out of 6. So that's like a 17% failure rate. That's pretty bad. I mean, Nerf, X-Shot, Busby, they've all made 6-shot blasters that don't fail at all. That just, the Busby Zenith is a fantastic pistol. The X-Shot Reflex. The venerable Strong Arm and Disruptors. Those things, they just go and go and go. This, straight out of the package. And it's more expensive than all those combined. Literally, you can go buy all 3 of those, and you're still not at the retail price of this. Yes, this has the most performance potential, by far. I mean, with that, 139 feet per second is so tantalizingly good for a revolver. Straight off the shelf. Right out of the box. To get that kind of performance. I mean, almost 110 feet per second with no barrel attachment. That's already great. That's better than a modded strong arm normally does. So, bittersweet. It's so comfortable to use. It looks good. Great performance. All to be let down in such a tragic way by a huge flaw, and then it skips all kinds of darts. And when you've tested it like I do, when you've put 400 and 500 shots through them, and it skips so many, you're like, geez, after 500 shots, it skipped almost 100 of them. It's just, that's where you have to leave it. It could be so good because they do include a lot with it, and again, it looks good, it feels good, it just has a huge flaw that you can't get around, and that's where I'm left. So, bittersweet review. Bittersweet feelings. And that's exactly where I'd have to leave it, with a do not recommend the blaster. Unless you're somebody who really wants to just get it, tinker on it, try to fix it. And maybe because I have my whole policy of not looking into things, maybe it already has been fixed by somebody, and then I will discover that after I publish my video. So, that's where we're left. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.